am so excited to teach you this link today. It's so versatile. You can use it in so many patterns. I intertwine it with different shapes. It is non-soldered, so it's going to be something you can use very easily. I use gold-filled wire on this necklace. I absolutely love wearing it. It's different. I get compliments on it all the time. It's elegant, yet something very different that you don't see around, and people just love it. You can make earrings like this. I have a pair of earrings that are graduated triangles like this, and I'll show you how easy this is to do. Now I said this was gold-filled wire. This is sterling silver wire. I'm using 20 gauge, but if you want to use a little bit of a cheaper option, this para wire holds up great. I absolutely love it. It's silver plated. It doesn't tarnish anywhere near as fast as even sterling. It stays silver a long time and it doesn't peel. I absolutely love it. For demonstration purposes today, I'm using a very affordable wire that I wouldn't recommend using. It's just for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what you're going to need. Your flush cutters. I'm using the large triangle mandrels. You can use medium on these smaller links, the medium triangle mandrels, but this bracelet is actually done with the large, so I'll show you that. You're going to need some flat nose to help you grip, and then I'm using these mandrel pliers so that I get consistent curls on my loops, as I'll show you in a minute. So let's go ahead and get started. You're going to leave about 3/4 of an inch, maybe 1/2 inch hanging out the end of your pliers. I'm going to be wrapping around the larger jaw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grip. I'm pushing those together. I'm going to wrap around that larger jaw. And I don't know if you notice, I'm just holding that wire and I'm twisting these pliers. I'm letting these pliers doing the twist. Now when I come to the top, I'm ready to open these pliers up and come back around. And then I'm just gripping through there. Now this is something you can work off of your roll. You don't have to necessarily cut your wire before. You can work off your roll. I'm just going to cut about the same size, same amount on the other side. Now we're going to take our flats, and what we want to do is bend each wire to where it's coming straight up the middle. So what you want to do is actually grip, not right in the middle with your flats or your chain, but grip off to the side, because that wire, woo, we just shot off there. That wire, as you bend it, is going to come up and rest against those pliers. So you want to be a little off-centered so that when it comes up, it's in the middle. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm gripping off-centered just a little bit right next to that middle, so when I bend up, and I'm going to get further in my jaw so that that doesn't slip off again. I want a jaw to be able to see this. And so both of mine are now coming up the middle. If for some reason you're off a little bit, it's not a big deal. You can fix it or you can just roll with it, because really it's going to be fine. Now I am just going to go ahead and cut these evenly to get me in a good starting spot. What I'm going to do is grip the ends with these round mandrels, and I want to roll around this smaller side of my mandrels. So I'm just going to roll in. Now, this is definitely too long, so I'm going to leave this one off to itself for a bit and just roll this in past itself. I don't know if you can see the extra rolls. I'm going to roll that past itself until I meet the triangle. And then I'm going to take these flush cutters and cut off my extra to where when it meets it, it is now flush with that piece, and I'll wiggle this so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to open that and I'll be able to close it, and it's flush right there to where it meets my triangle. Now I am going to straighten that real quick. I'm going to come on the other side and do the same thing. I'm going to roll that in. Now I've got a full loop, but I have so much wire that I'm going to just roll past that first wire. See how it's rolled past? And then I'm going to cut off my extra. Let's do a little clip. We're going to wiggle that shut. Always wiggle, don't pull. Now, these two pieces I want to align, so you can just come in with your flats and kind of make sure those are aligned. You might have to bend your triangles in a little more so that those circles are aligning perfectly, just like that. Now let's make another one so you can see how they go into each other. So again, we're going to start around our larger size jaw, and we're going to grip, leave ourselves a little extra. 1/2 inch is probably plenty at the most. We're gonna wrap around our larger wire. Again, I'm moving those pliers, letting those pliers do the work for me. Come out the extra other side, slide this off, trim off our extra. Now before we roll this time, what we wanna do is we wanna go ahead and slide this one in there, just like this. Now, we can bend up our two middle pieces. Again, they want to go up the middle. I'm going to align those. This one I bent a little far, so I'm going to take that in. Now, this is the only important part, that we make sure we roll the same direction that we rolled the first time. So let's go ahead and lay this on its back so that I can roll in how I did the first time. I'm going to take these smaller jaws, roll around. I'm going to go past, trim off my extra with the flush cut. Remember, with your flush cutters, you want that flat side always towards your piece, so you have a nice flush cut. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but this is a little off to the side, so I'm just bending that straight up. And then we're going to do our same thing over here. Roll around the smaller side of our jaw. I've reached my full circle, so I'm just sliding past it. I'm going to trim off my extra. I'm going to come over here so we can get a little better view. There we go. I'm going to make this one go straight up and down. Now I'm going to slide that back down there. And again, now these are a little off-centered. All I have to do is wiggle them, and if I need to bend down, I'm going to overdo this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm pushing this down. I'm pushing those little sides down so that they meet. And then I'm just going to push those together. So that is it. That is how I did those links and links, and they're beautiful. You can go down if you want the graduated. All you have to do is go down a size. I can come on the smaller jaw of my, I'm getting some more wire over here. I can come around the smaller jaw and do the exact same thing. Going around, so you can see that once I complete this one, it would be a smaller triangle, and it would just continue down the, I would go ahead and slide this in. Now, if you forget, I want to show you something. If you forget to slide these in, you can make a link. Sometimes when we're going, we kind of forget and we go, oh darn, I made a whole link and I forgot to slide it in. You can open those two little circles and put in a next link like that. So it's not the worst case if you forget to slide it in. So that'll work too. And then you just come in with your flats and wiggle those shut. But it is that simple. Enjoy.